All right, what's going on, everybody? Good evening to you. Good evening to you. Hoping everybody's doing good tonight, feeling good tonight. Uh, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. To some of y'all who may be having a good Friday, TGIF to you. All right. Um, I see Tanya, Tanya M, Cat Eyes, Curl, Sandy. What's going on? Hey, Miss Cooley, what's going on? Um, Curl said, "Thanks for all you do. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all continue support. All right, and everything that I do. I really appreciate it. Appreciate you. Okay. Well, I don't know how y'all really just look at this one. I mean, I guess the good thing is that here we're doing another story that the child is not dead. The child is okay from what I read. But the fact of the matter is, we're hearing a lot of stories that it's it appears that it's babies having babies. Now I don't know if you consider 18-year-old a baby or not. Yeah, I don't know if y'all consider 18-year-old a child or not. Right, Gordon. Hey, when you left in my comment section the other day, man, I got so tickled, man, because I thought about that. All right. Man, I need to start doing that. What's up with you, Gordon? Hey, Stacy. Been a while. How you been? Yeah, it's coming to it's babies having babies. If you look at an 18-year-old a baby, which a lot of people does because that's considered a young adult, they still haven't got the taste of reality of what the world is like. A lot of them probably still staying at home with mom and dad, so they still kind of like being uh nurtured or being spoiled, should I say. A lot of them still being spoiled, not nurtured, but a lot of them still being spoiled. And you have a lot of moms that's not teaching these young generation about the way of life, let alone not telling them that once they on their own, things ain't gonna be the same. Amen. And that's one thing that we have to instill in our children, what they're young adults are now, that once you leave the nest, it's not going to be the same. You're on your own. You're on your own, okay? Every decision that you make is going to have an outcome to it. It's going to have a bad outcome to it, or it's going to have a good outcome to it. It all depends on the decision that you make. And a lot of decisions that you make, you already know it's going to be bad or it's going to be good, But I know a lot of times people gonna make mistakes that they think they can get away with, but again, like I always say on this show, and a lot of people say too, that one mistake could be the last mistake that you ever make in your life because you can't get your life back. Preach. Once you make that mistake and it cost you, that's just it. That's just it. So y'all are teaching the young generation that I really appreciate y'all doing and keep instilling in your children about the consequences of life and the choices that you make. It can have a real harsh impact on you. All right. Because I know we have made a lot of decisions that we could say, nah, I wish I hadn't done that. Or if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have been in the position that I am now. I just wish I hadn't done that. But again, a lot of mistakes you can't bounce back from. Say, okay, then now I can learn from that mistake that I made. So I know not to do that again, considering what happened. But you got a lot of people that's stuck in their own ways. They want to be stuck in that situation and looking for everybody else to bail them out when they get stuck in that situation. And if that's the way you live, then more power to you. If people constantly bailing you out when you get into shit, hey, more power to you. But again, that's just one of those situations that you have to say only when you're tired of bailing somebody out. You got to make that call. Look, I'm tired of bailing you out. You finna be an adult or you're already an adult. You should stop making these same mistakes over and over and over and over again. Preach. You need to stop. Okay? So, oh yeah. So hopefully some young people heard that and they can take that and run with it as they may. All right? So, anyway, let's get right into this, guys. I don't plan on being on this for long. It just, again, another story that just full of foolery and fuckery. And what I said right here goes to this story right here because this young lady mom coming out talking about is defending her again, which I understand. She coming out defending her talking about everybody make mistakes. But here's my thing though. Do you call throwing an infant in the trash a mistake? Do you really call that a mistake? Okay. And I always say that parents don't want to see their children in a bad light. So they're going to come to their defense. I get it. They doing what they supposed to do. But when do the parent supposed to step up and say, you know what? I'm going to let you swim in this piss hole that you created, because you need to learn. You need to be made an example out of when you do stuff like that. Everybody ain't gonna bail you out, So this is a choice that you made, and you're gonna have to suffer the consequence. You threw a child in a trash can, and for what I'm reading on the story is, it seemed like nobody knew she was pregnant. She claimed she don't even know she was pregnant. So I don't know how the fuck that works, but hey, it works for some people, I guess. So her name is Alexis Avila. She's 18 years old. She was caught on camera throwing a child in a trash can, a newborn. She was caught, and luckily some dumpster divers, so they call them, came later that evening, and I guess by coincidence they found the baby, and the baby is doing well. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that. Oh, you say you had an option because they went to a hospital? Yep, and they're gonna say that up in this. They're gonna say that up in this story too somewhere. But before we get into that, I want to show y'all something real quick. And I'm glad they finally doing this. I don't know what finally made them do it, but I'm glad they have finally did this. It's a story that we've been talking about. All right. And y'all see the title right there, Damari Perry mom, accused of killing him, is held on $5 million bond. Okay. But that's not what I'm talking about. Here's what I'm talking about right here. They finally have a picture of her. I mean, I'd have seen, the picture I had was a better picture, and the picture somebody else seen me was a better picture, but they finally showing this woman picture. But I know some of y'all saying, well, Chris, they ain't got a mugshot yet, so that's probably why they haven't showed her. Well, I say this, maybe that is true, but I mean, shit. I feel like she should have been one of the main ones that been showing in the media instead of showing her son and her younger son. I understand they're not going to show the juvenile as of yet who is involved in it. They're probably going to protect that person. But with her, they finally showing her face. All right. Thank you for showing her face, because she needs to be shown all over for what she have done. All right. So her face is finally been shown. And right here, look like she already took an ass whooping right here. So I don't know, but that's just the way she looked. Look like she took an ass whooping. But we'll get into that, because I don't think it's really no update to this story. But that right there, she's been held on a $5 million bond. I think that's probably the only update going on with this story thus far. And I already told y'all the coroner report. Stone Cold, what it do, bro? Long time. Happy New Year to you, fam. Yeah, so I think this about the only update we got, that she on a $5 million bond, so she ain't going nowhere no time soon, okay? And the coroner report, like I said, he died of hypothermia, so which I think we pretty much already knew that. So thank y'all for finally showing her face, all right? As a matter, I'll do that later. I don't want to mix this story in with this one, but yeah, they finally showed her face. I do this a separate video with an update about her bond or whatnot. We talk about this. Right, Chris is crazy guilty. Look, she look like, now she sound like she like her voice. Hey, y'all, they finally caught me. I got a $5 million bond. I don't know why they did that to me. I felt some type of way. They trying to blame me for it. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I'll do a separate video about that. But let's get into the real deal, what we're talking about right here. Let's shine a spotlight on Miss Alexis here.
Our viewers, that some of the video and, that you're about.
Let's hear this foolery. What's going on here? Let's have a listen.
To see is graphic. I did talk to the district attorney about this case out of Hobbs, and here's what she's telling us. We're here at a fire station because there's a law on the books for the entire state where you can leave an infant at a safe haven site like this when a fire.
You hear that, Night Owl? You just said that, Night Owl. Did you hear what she just said? Absolutely.
Fire station without being criminally charged. That did not happen in this case. It is video that is really hard to watch. Police say Friday afternoon, Alexis Avila got out of her car and tossed a bag into a trash dumpster. Inside that bag, her newborn baby.
Did y'all see how she just threw that child in the trash? I mean, like she throwing a softball pitch or something. Did y'all see how she just threw that baby in the trash like that? And again, your mom taking up for you. Talk about people make mistakes. That's not a mistake. That was a choice. I don't call that a mistake. That was a choice, and she did it in broad daylight. So I mean, Mom, I understand you want to take up for your baby, but fuck the dumb shit. This is stupid. All right.
Baby. Hours later, people sifting through that trash dumpster in Hobbs found that baby and called for help. All of it caught on camera, including, police say, Avila's license plate. Officers say when they went to her home, she told police she didn't know she was pregnant until she gave birth. Then changed.
Didn't know she was pregnant till she gave birth. Ladies, I thought y'all carried children for 9 months. How the fuck you don't know you pregnant for? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's ladies' bodies are different. I mean, how many months do y'all need, or weeks do y'all need to be in for y'all to notice that y'all pregnant? So did anybody believe it, that she didn't believe she was pregnant? I mean, somehow your stomach was poking out to show you were pregnant. What the hell? The story these folks come up with. Seriously.
Her story saying she found out she was pregnant the day before the baby was born.
Further explain that
she found out she was pregnant the day before the baby was born. I can't do this. I can't, man. I can't.
She panicked, did not know what to do or who to call.
They say she cut the umbilical cord, put the baby in a towel and a trash bag, then drove.
Cut the umbilical cord, put the child in a trash bag. And Mom, you said it's a mistake. All right.
Drove around until she got to that trash dumpster. The district attorney out of Hobbs, Diana Liu, says there are so many other options for people who give birth and don't know what to do.
New Mexico, like other states, has a Safe Haven Act.
That allows a person to leave an infant less than 90 days old at a safe, staffed place like a fire station, police station, or hospital, a law that has been on the books for 20 years.
We would encourage anyone that's in a situation with an infant under 90 days who feels overwhelmed, who feels like they don't have anyone to go to, feels like they're incapable of caring for an infant, to please leave that infant with the hospital or with the fire department.
Okay, you all, here is what prosecutors are telling me. They say because Avila did not take the baby to a safe place and instead she threw him into a trash dumpster, she is facing serious criminal charges that could include attempted murder or child abuse. Now, she is out of jail. She is due in court on Wednesday. Live in Albuquerque, I'm Nancy Laughlin. KOT Action 7 News. Back to you.
All right, Nancy, thank you. As for the baby's father, Avila told police they broke up last summer. Police say he is a juvenile and they did not name him.
All right. All right. Hey, LaKendra, what's going on? Wait a minute. All right, so we heard all that. Stone Cold, you say you a fairly new parent. All right, my man. So let me ask you, brother. You have heard this. Now that you heard this, I want to know from you as a man or any man that's watching this show right now, if this was your son or your daughter that did this to their child, would you defend them and say that this was a mistake? Or would you tell them, like I say, hey, this is something that you got to make your bed, you got to lay in it, And I want you to be honest. I mean, again, because like I said, I know parents don't want their children to be looked in the limelight. So they're going to try to they're going to water it down as if it's not bad as it seems because the child is still alive, though. But, yes, the child is still alive, though. But look what you did to the child. It could have caused the child to die. So, you say you a new parent. Congrats to you, my man. I would like to know you as a fella, or if there's any other fellas that's listening right now, how would you look at this if you find out your child did this? Would you give them an excuse? Or would you tell them, hey, you know what? I'm not finna back you on this one. I love you, but I'm not finna back you on this one. All right? No, because I would have taught them better. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. So I don't understand. I mean, I guess I do understand in a sense. The mom won't take up for her and try to water it down, So if she stole some money or a piece of candy, somebody gonna understand you trying to water it down, because I guess they can get that back or whatnot. But even I'm not saying stealing is right, but that's something you may gonna water down. But you took a life that you gave birth to. Not only that, they just say you cut the umbilical cord, you wrap the child up, and you put the child in a trash bag, and you just toss the baby up in a dumpster like the baby want shit, So even with her mom, how can you sit up here and say everybody make mistakes? That's a true statement, but this is not a mistake. This was a choice, ma'am. This was a choice, okay? This was a choice. So yes, if it had to be me, I'm not going to back up on this, him or her. I'm not going to back neither one of them up on this. You make your bed, you sleep in it. You didn't want the child, you should have used protection, all right? And that's common sense. Even an 18-year-old knows that. You don't want a child, use protection. All right? It ain't hard. Use protection. All right, you could avoid all that. Use protection. Okay? Use protection. Gordon said, depending on the parents' values that they instilled into the child, let's be honest, some of these babies having babies wouldn't care. Yep. Oh, yeah. Good question, Stacey. Good question. Did she plan this or no? Dr. Palmer, good question. That's a damn good question. Hey, Sea Turtle. She said personal accountability decisions have consequences. Good. Yes, ma'am. Raven said there's so many options these days, and I know they teach that in schools. Yep. Ms. Cooler said parents should give their children a safe space to come to them about anything. She should have sought help. See, that's the thing, though. Even with that, though, you know, how much support was she getting from the mom? Because it sounded like the mom hollered about she didn't know she was pregnant either. So even if that was the case, you know, I mean, how much support was she getting from the mom? Or did the mom didn't really give a damn, but now that her daughter's been put in the limelight, now she want to come out and say that this was a mistake to defend her daughter. You know, you got some people who do that. They don't give a shit and they don't give a damn, and they're gonna wash their hands with the situation. But when the shit start hitting the fan, then they want to come in and defend them, and again try to make it like it's not as bad as it is. When actually it is. This is not the time to coddle them. If I said that right, this ain't the time to coddle them when they do something like this. This is the time that you really need to talk to them and see what is going on. All right, and if she didn't tell y'all about the pregnancy, I guess you need to ask questions like that. You know, why did she notify y'all about the pregnancy? You know, why did she didn't talk to y'all about it? You know, so it sounds like maybe some small dysfunction up in here, or maybe her daughter is something like me. You know, I don't talk very much, you know, to my siblings about me. Maybe it's one of those situations, you know, but I'm not a woman, so I can't get pregnant. So, I mean, I'm just a big man with a big belly. So, I mean, I'm not pregnant, so I can't talk about that. But this is a woman, though, that could gain weight when she get pregnant. And Didi just said something about period or something like that. I don't know. She said it happened to a couple of folks. They were still having a cycle as they were getting pregnant. But I don't know nothing about that. Y'all ladies got something that bleed for days and don't die. Don't know how it works, but y'all got that thing down there bleed for days and it still live. All right. I don't know how it works. All right. But anyway, let's continue because they're saying there's more details to this story. Let's go.
Hello, 911.
Yes, we just found a baby.
Let's see. Here we go. Okay.
Hello, 911.
Yes, we just found a baby in the trash. He still got his umbilical cord, she said.
We're hearing the moment a trio found a newborn in a Hobbs dumpster.
He's whimpering. He was not crying, actually.
Did you find the baby?
Yes, ma'am. I was looking for some stuff in the dumpster, and we heard, we heard something. You know, I didn't know it was a baby, so I thought it was a baby cat.
Can you tell me about the baby?
He's still got his umbilical cord, and he's freezing cold, and he's very, he's drained, he's very, very, very weak.
Okay. Do you have him wrapped in a blanket and the heater on?
I got him in my jacket.
That trio frazzled, not knowing what to do, calling police immediately. They were there within minutes. Today, we're also learning more about the teen mom accused of throwing that baby boy in a dumpster. News 13's Ariana Kraft joins us now with the latest from a police press conference that just wrapped up shortly.
Hobbs police arrested 18-year-old Alexis Avila for attempted murder today at a press conference. Interim Police Chief August Fons says he's never seen anything like this during his time in law enforcement. He explains why Avila was released so soon after being taken into custody.
Hey, y'all see the way she tossed that
At the time
baby?
the warrant was signed by the judge signed a bond, $10,000 unsecured bond, appearance bond, and at that point she was released about an hour later.
According to a criminal complaint, Avila claimed she didn't know she was pregnant until she went to the doctor for stomach pain last Thursday. Avila says she gave birth in her bathroom the next day. She then told police she panicked. She says she wrapped the baby in a towel, placed it in 2 separate trash bags, and drove around, eventually throwing the baby in a dumpster at the Broadmoor Shopping Center. Dumpster diver.
Now here's my question: what does she panic about? That would be my question. What did she panic about? I mean, was she trying to hide the fact from her folks that she was fucking? That's what she was panicking about? I mean, let's just be real, and let's not be PC. Let's just be for real. What is she panic about? I mean, seriously, was you trying to hide the fact that you didn't want your folks to know that you were fucking or something? I don't know. I mean, you're 18 years old. I mean, I don't know how long you've been fucking, but I will say this much. At least you was 18 years old when you had your child instead of 16, 15, 14, and 13. You're 18 years old. So what did you panic about? You know? Or did you panic because you really didn't want the baby and you were scared because you don't know nothing about taking care of the baby? Now we'll give her that much credit. Maybe she did get scared for that, but the choice that you made to do that was stupid. When you yourself know at 18, y'all got resources that could have helped you take care of the child. You could have dropped this child off at a fire station or police station, and they would have gladly took that child in. But no, you took the child and tossed the child in like you tossing a baseball or something. And that's what's getting me. So that's why I'm not going to give her a pass. If I can get on the sisters about what they doing, then she gets no pass. All right? I don't give a damn she is 18 years old. She old enough to know. You old enough to fuck? You old enough to know about having a child? Because I'm pretty much sure in this era now, we don't need our folks talk to us about the birds and the bees. We old enough to know now what happens after sex. Not only pregnancy, but STDs. Okay? STDs, AIDS, if that's in the same category. STD, AIDS, herpes, all that type of shit. We don't need our folks talk to us about birds and the bees no more because we are old enough to know the consequences behind having sex. Amen? We all are old enough to know the consequences behind having sex. So my question to her would be, or the mom, and she can answer it, what was she scared about? Or maybe some of you women can help me out. Y'all women, maybe y'all feel some type of way. I think I saw KPR up there. Did I see KPR? Yes, I did. What's up, my friend? How you doing, dear? Hey, Athena, what's going on? She said, so she didn't know she was pregnant until she went to KPR. I'm saying the same thing. How the hell does that work? I'm saying the same thing. How the hell does it work? Stone Cold said, I do think that as a parent, we need to communicate more with our kids and build their trust in us so that problems like this are unnecessary. That's why I want more men. When I talk about this, I like to have more men in the comment section. Yes, it's okay to have all you beautiful women. Lord knows y'all beautiful. All up in my chat room. But in stories like this, I would like to have more fellas in the chat room. I would love to have more fellas in the chat room. All right? Especially when it's dealing with young ladies. Because I know a lot of fellas have daughters. And I would love to see their input in the chat room, or if I bring them up on a panel to speak on situations like this, because it needs to be talked about. The women, we know how y'all feel about it. But I would like to know how the fellas feel about it as well. So this is why I say I like when fellas show up in the chat room. Because of that right there, what he said. All right? So Stone Cold, salute to you, brother. Salute to you. Hey, Dominique, what's going on?
Found the baby after hearing a cry. Surveillance cameras from a nearby business pointed toward those dumpsters. The video of Avila has gone viral on the internet, sparking outrage across the community.
We are maintaining close patrol on our residence. I'm not aware of any verified or confirmed reports that our house was fired upon.
The chief says they're scheduling an interview with who they believe to be the baby's father, who's a juvenile and who says he didn't know about the pregnancy. The state of New Mexico has filed a motion for Avila's pretrial detention. The baby boy was taken to a Hobbs hospital, then transferred to a Lubbock hospital that has a more advanced NICU unit. Police say they didn't interview Avila's mother, who says she didn't know her daughter was pregnant. Avila is charged with
The mama didn't know she was pregnant. Oh, so, okay, that's why she freaked out. That's one of the reasons why she freaked out. Okay, again, I can understand that, which I guess goes with my theory. You didn't want your mama to know you was fucking. Okay, well, I'm tell you like this, young lady. Your mom probably already know you was fucking. But the thing is, you got pregnant, though, and it scared the hell out of you, which I understand that part, but I'm not giving you a pass. I understand it. Not a pass, but I understand it. Okay? But even that, you old enough to know what you did right there was foul. That was real foul what you did. And how you treated that child the way that you did it, okay? Now, don't get it twisted. Again, I understand you freaked out. But you don't get a pass from me, dear. You don't get a pass. All right, you still fucked up big time. All right?
attempted murder and child abuse. According to online records, she is scheduled to appear in court this Wednesday. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Ariana. Now, the boy is currently, the baby's condition is stable. He is at a Lubbock hospital. Court documents say when evaluating the baby's temperature, it was so low it didn't register, indicating hypothermia. The baby was also given a blood transfusion, put on a feeding tube, and is being given oxygen.
Now, that's what's up. Now, see, ma'am, you see what you could have done? You could have done that, and you could have avoided all this. You heard what the hospital did for your child, ma'am? That's what you could have did. You could have went to the hospital, and they probably could have kept it secret. Hey, I just gave birth to a child. I don't know nothing about taking care of no child. I'm scared. Here. They took your baby and nursed your child. All right? Somebody just said, did she toss her other children knucking futs? Y'all tickle me with these names. I don't even want to know what they're actually supposed to be saying. But welcome to the show. She did it so casually, has she tossed the other baby? That's what I like to know. If she having other children, that's what I like to know. Did she toss them as well? That's what I like to know. I think it said, is there a Planned Parenthood there? I somehow knew to go there for pregnancy tests and support. Yep. So again, one of my things I like to say, compliments to Eddie Murphy, this is a motherfucking ridiculous. A motherfucking ridiculous. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this time to thank all of you for joining me tonight on this show or whatnot. Y'all are the best audience one can have. But at this time, can y'all do me just a small little favor? Can y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy? And if y'all got anybody else who want to hear this, bring them on over. Let them hear all this foolery and all this cussing and everything in between, because it needs to be discussed. Amen. 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 So, all right, back to our program. So this is more, they say this is more details about the young lady. Now, when I first tried to look at this, I thought they were going to tell me that she had mental issues and things like that, but that's not the case right here. They just pretty much put it out there that she claimed that allegedly she didn't know she was pregnant. I mean, again, I'm a man, so I don't know. I just got a big belly because I'm a big man, so I got a big belly. So I know I'm not pregnant. But again, for everybody who I have seen as a woman who got pregnant, I see belly, okay? I see belly. So I don't know. I just think she's full of shit. I really do. I think she's full of shit. I think she went to the doctor because she probably was having ladies, what y'all call it, what y'all be having, what y'all think the baby finna come. Cause my mama said it to me one day before she had my sister. She said, I'm going to the hospital because I'm having is it contractions? That's what it called, contractions or something like that. What y'all call it, ladies? Y'all had that pain in y'all stomach and it make y'all think y'all finna give birth, but it be false labor. And it's called contractions or construction or something. Is it? No, so is it called? Is contraction or construction? What's going on? Construction. Contraction. Okay, it's called contractions. Well, hey, I guess you could call it construction too. But for what I hear from a lot of y'all say this shit is painful. They say this shit is painful. I never get that morning my mama came, Braxton Hicks. Okay, that's a new one. That's new. I ain't never heard them. I remember that morning my mama told me that she went to the hospital that she was having contractions. And yeah, going call them constructions. Y'all having constructions. And she said, Chris, I'm going to go to the hospital. Stop now. Stop. Yeah, stop. I'm trying not to laugh. Y'all stop. Y'all ain't probably laughing at that. And I remember she said, KBR said, bless his heart, construction. If I had a girl I got pregnant, she'd be in trouble. I said, she gonna say, "Go to the hospital." Oh, baby, you have construction. Construction? Fool, what you talking about? It's contractions. Say it with me, Chris. Contractions. Oh, my bad. Contractions. Ugh, what I'm gonna do with you? Construction. But I remember she said she had contractions and she was going to the hospital, and she said it may be false labor. And I said, oh, okay, so I went back to sleep. And Hours and hours went by. I kept saying to myself, she must have had my sister. She must have had it. Got that call. Her grandmother said on the answer machine, Chris, your mom had the baby. It's a little girl, and blah 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 blah. I said, oh, okay then. So she was having construction, and she was having labor. She was ready to give birth to my sister, so she was having construction pain. All right. So yeah. Shout out to my sister. Now that girl's 20-something years old in school doing the damn thing, you know. I can just remember when she was little, you know, just as bad as she wanted to be, a little bad old thing. And you see him get older, you just be like, Tanya say it's okay. She said it's okay. I mean, she's a baby. Oh man, she was just like heaven. She's a baby. You just be like, man, I don't want you to never get old. I don't want you to get old because I like you just like this. You a baby. But there was some of y'all, ooh, they didn't got older. Oh my God. She just gets on my nerves. He or she just gets on my nerves now. You was a child, it was all good. Everybody love you to death. Now you can walk and talk, you just get on my nerves now, you know. So ladies, shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. You know, y'all know we're gonna get on your nerves anyway. So I don't know why you get pregnant and have us, then turn around and complain how we get on your nerves like you didn't know that was gonna happen. We was gonna get on your nerves, okay? Anyway, shout out to the real moms out there and the real dads. All right. You say I remember when I first started having constructions. Oh yeah, KPR, you did just have a child. Congratulations to you. You did just have a child. All right, guys, let's continue with this foolery. Let's continue.
Update on a story we brought you. The New Mexico teenager accused of tossing her newborn baby into a dumpster appears in court. Prosecutors say 18-year-old Alexis Avila was caught on surveillance video throwing away a trash bag. Inside, they say, her living newborn son. 6 hours later, 3 people searching through the trash found the bag and called police. One of the first officers on the scene says when she was handed the baby, he was wrapped in a wet towel and was very cold.
He had blood all over him. And it looked like he had like grass or dirt or something in his hair.
Y'all heard what she said? He had blood all over him, like he had grass and dirt all up in his head. Okay? And I think she gonna say something about a bruise.
He had a little bruise right here on the top of his head. He wasn't moving around very much.
Well, there you just heard the...
So when I hear that about grass and the dirt and all this stuff in his head, it makes me wonder, did more happen before she put the child in the trash bag? Was there anything else that happened? Right now, I like that. I like that night out. Did any more happen to that child before she put him in a trash bag? To have blood on him. Well, when she said she cut the umbilical cord, so that's probably where the blood come from. Dirt and stuff on him. And had a bruise. Did something more happen? Or, I think they said earlier, she had it in the bathroom or something. So it makes me think about that, you know, if he got all that on him, what more happened after she gave birth to this child?
The officer describing exactly what she saw when she was handed that baby. The officer also adding that when the baby got to the hospital, his temperature was so low it didn't even register. The judge ordered Avila to house arrest until trial. She must also wear an ankle monitor.
She must wear an ankle monitor, and she's gonna get house arrest. Brother Smooth, what's going on? And she's gonna get house arrest. Ladies, I'm gonna ask y'all. I mean, and the fellas too. Let's just be fair. I want the answers for all of you. How do y'all feel about what she getting? She getting house arrest, and she got to wear an ankle bracelet. Do you think that's fair? Or do y'all think she should get, well, yeah, that too, KPR. Yeah, the bag may be dirty. Do y'all think more should got a more of a punishment than just house arrest? Athena said no. Hell no. Okay. Okay. Abby said, I would adopt that baby tomorrow. I don't have kids, and there's so many children that need loving home. You all right about that, my love? You all right about that? Sandra said she need to be locked the fuck up. Okay. Raven said no, she needs to stay in jail, no bond for a while. Okay. 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 Abby said it should be premeditated. I mean, excuse me. She said she should, because it was premeditated. Brother Smooth said she should get the most stiff penalty for child endangerment. Ooh, I like that one. Miss Cooler said not for at all. Sit in jail and rot until your trial. Okay. Stacey said I think they need to put pills on her Cheerios. Pills being birth control. Carol said she needs more time. There's drug addicts doing more time. Now, that's true. That's true. That is true. You're absolutely right. That is true. Okay. Well, all right. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. So I'm gonna read this a little bit right here. And it says right here, the judge says Avila must stay at home and cannot leave unless it's for school, a job, medical appointment, or counseling. Avila will be monitored with a GPS device. All right. Jenna said she thinks she needs therapy. Oh, of course, yes, indeed, that. Yes, therapy definitely for sure. She said the judge also said Avila is not allowed to have any contact with the infant found in the dumpster or any other person under the age of 10 and cannot have contact with any males at her home. Oh, wow. Mark my words, these cases sometimes go for a while. Next summer, if you decide to go square outside of their house, I will be notified and a warrant will be issued for your arrest, the judge said during Avila's Thursday court appearance. Police said the 18-year-old threw her newborn in the dumpster in Hobbs. The baby was found shortly thereafter by people looking through the dumpster. Officers say when she went to her home, she told police she didn't know she was pregnant. Then the police said she changed her story, saying she found out she was pregnant the day before the baby was born. She said she panicked and didn't know what to do. She panicked and didn't know what to do. Now, as far as that goes, I mean, I do believe she panicked. I would give her that. It ain't much. But I do believe she did panic. I believe that. I do believe that. But it was something that I want to read to y'all. Is it down here? Wait a minute. Give me just a minute. For some reason, it's not pulling up. Why is it not pulling up? Oh, duh, Chris. Because I'm trying to see everything that her mom said about this and why she feel that everybody makes mistakes. I just had it pulled up here. I don't know what the hell I did with it now. I just had it pulled up here. Y'all give me a minute while I find it, because I want to read that where the mom is saying everybody make mistakes. Okay. A woman who picked up the phone at a number listed for a mother, Martha Avila, said it was wrong number Tuesday. But the elder Avila defended her daughter to a Daily Mail report outside her home in the city of Hobbs. Her mom says, people can preach all they want. They can judge all they want, but we only care about the judgment of one, she told the outlet. Now, how many times we hear this bullshit when somebody do something wrong? They don't care what nobody say. People could judge all they want. know what I'm saying? The only one we care about is the one up above. Why every time when people get in trouble or people do something stupid, this when they say that stuff right there? They kill me. Don't be thinking about God in no kind of way. But as soon as somebody get in trouble, we don't think about what he think up there. Now, suppose he came down and said the same thing. You know, I think your daughter was wrong for what she did and she need to pay the penalty. Then what would you say? God, you can preach all you want to. You can preach all you want to. But Then her mom goes on to say she also doubled down on the claim that her daughter didn't know she was pregnant, which police said the young woman told investigators when they brought her in for questioning. And she allegedly admitted to the crime during the same interview. Police said she only referred to the child as it. She referred to the child as it. Okay? Her mom told the police that she banned her daughter's ex from visiting their house because he allegedly battered her daughter in June, according to a criminal complaint. Oh, Lord. Even if she doesn't want custody, she should be caring enough about her grandbaby to be saying, no, he's an abusive boyfriend, and I don't want him to have custody, said Joe Embriel, however he said his name, a local store owner whose surveillance cameras captured the incident and drew national attention Monday. Okay. A spokesperson said she could not comment on the individual cases due to the state privacy rules. They also questioned the timeline of events, which included a January 4th doctor visit for prescription pain meds, according to court documents. If they did that, wouldn't they have done a pregnancy test on a girl that young? He asked. There's a lot of holes in her story. Yes, I do agree with that. Then he says she's trying to defend her daughter. Why does she stop shouting her mouth out and take ownership of how she raised her daughter? Ooh. Stop trying to protect her now. You screwed up. You raised a terrible daughter. How many of y'all agree with that? How many of y'all agree with what he said? Let me read it to you again. She's trying to defend her daughter. Why does she stop shouting her mouth out and take ownership of how she raised her daughter? Stop trying to protect her now. You screwed up. You raised a terrible daughter. How do y'all feel about that? Do we really put this on the mom? Just asking. Man. Well, he didn't bite his tongue. Whoever he is, he didn't bite his tongue. He didn't bite his tongue. So, hey. He said, well, I feel him on that, you know, don't take up for. I feel him on that. Don't take up for. You know, but wow. State says she raised a dumbass. All right. All right. So he's speaking his mind. So that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get into the press conference and we're going to hear what they had to say in the press conference. And I got one more video to show y'all before we get on out of here. Miss Pice said, hey, dear. Miss Pice said she could have safe surrendered the baby. Oh, yeah. Anyway, guys, let's get into this conference. All right, let's go. And don't worry, it's going to straighten up. Whoever recorded this, it's going to straighten up. So.
Good afternoon. I am the Director of Communications for the City of Hobbs, Megan Mooney. Thank you for attending today's press conference concerning the abandoned infant found in Hobbs, New Mexico. At this time, I will introduce the Acting Hobbs Police Chief, August Fons, to conduct the remainder of the press conference.
Well, thank you very much for attending this news press conference. As Megan said, my name is August Fons. I currently serve as the interim chief for the Hobbs Police Department. And I'm accompanied up front by the Hobbs Fire Chief, Mr. Barry Young, Hobbs Police Department Criminal Investigation Division Commander, Captain Chad Wright, the 5th Judicial District Attorney, Ms. Diana Luce, and Ms. Trish Garza from Children, Youth, and Families Department. I'd like to read a prepared statement to you with regard to this recovered infant, and then we'll take questions at the conclusion of this prepared statement. On Friday, January 7th, at approximately 7:45 p.m., Lee County Communications Authority received an emergency 911 call regarding an infant baby that had been found alive in a dumpster. They immediately dispatched Hobbs PD officers and Hobbs Fire Department Emergency Medical Services to the area of Thorpe and Ute Streets in reference to this report. Police officers and EMS personnel arrived at the scene within minutes, and they
It's gonna straighten up.
male standing close to a truck.
It's gonna straighten up.
Behind the mall, and a female.
It ain't me. It's whoever recorded this. They did that.
Baby. The baby was wrapped in a bath towel that was dirty and wet, and had dried blood on him with the umbilical cord still attached. The baby was taken from the female by a Hobbs officer, was given to EMS personnel, and was transported immediately to Covenant Health Hobbs Hospital. The baby was treated at Covenant Health Hobbs Hospital and later airlifted to medical facilities in Lubbock, Texas. The baby is currently in stable condition at Covenant Hospital in Lubbock, Texas. The New Mexico Children, Youth, and Families Department has been notified, and they are actively participating in this investigation. The two males and females located at the scene advised officers that they were going through the dumpster looking for anything of value when they heard what they thought was a baby crying. They thought it may have been a dog or a kitten, so they removed a black trash bag. They opened it and they saw that it was a human baby. The female removed the baby from the trash bag and held him, trying to keep him warm, while one of the male companions called 911. The male caller identified the baby as an infant male. The two males and the one female at the scene have been identified as Mr. Michael Green, Mr. Hector Jasso, and Mrs. April Nuttall. Their collective quick response to this emergency, including notification of 911, was absolutely pivotal in saving this baby's life. The Hobbs Police Department detectives responded to the scene, and they contacted Mr. Joe Imbriali, who is the owner of Rig Outfitters, the store behind which the dumpster was located. Mr. Imbriali gave his full cooperation and assistance, which was also pivotal in this investigation. They searched through the store's video surveillance, which showed footage at approximately 2 p.m. of a white Volkswagen Jetta pulling up to the dumpster. A female, later identified as Alexis Avila, exited the vehicle, removed a black trash bag from the rear seat of the Jetta, and then threw it into the dumpster. The female immediately got back into the Jetta and drove south through the alley. Based on the timelines in this surveillance video, the infant was in the dumpster for approximately 6 hours. Detectives were able to get a possible license plate of New Mexico AXM S67 from the surveillance video, which was registered to Martha Avila of Hobbs. Detectives and patrol officers went to this address and contacted Miss Martha Avila and Mr. Domingo Avila, who advised that their daughter, Alexis Avila, drove that vehicle and that she was asleep in the house. Detectives advised Mr. and Mrs. Avila of the nature of the investigation and asked if Alexa would voluntarily meet with them at the police department. Mrs. Martha Avila, the mother, advised that Alexis agreed to meet with the detectives, and Mrs. Martha Avila drove her daughter to the Hobbs Police Department, where she, Alexis, met with investigators. Alexis was given her Miranda warnings, and she did agree to speak with detectives. During the interview, she said she was not aware that she was pregnant until January 6, 2022, when she sought medical attention for abdominal pain and constipation. She explained that on Friday, January 7th, she was experiencing stomach pain and unexpectedly gave birth. She further explained that she panicked, did not know what to do or who to call. She stated that she then cut the umbilical cord, wrapped the baby in a towel, and placed the baby inside a white trash bag containing some trash, and then inside a larger black trash bag. She explained that she then started driving around until she decided to place the baby inside a green-colored dumpster.
Driving around so she could figure out what she's gonna do with the child. Man, that's sick.
near the J.C. Penney store. Alexis was asked by investigators what she thought would eventually happen to the baby by placing him inside of a plastic bag and dumping him. Alexis remained silent and could not answer. Alexis Avila identified who she believed the father was. However, he will not be named in this release as he is a juvenile. Alexis advised that she ended her relationship with the alleged father around August 2021. Investigators are in the process of setting up an interview with him. Mr. and Mrs. Avila denied having any knowledge that their daughter was pregnant and stated that they were only aware that she was having some stomach problems until notified by law enforcement of this ongoing investigation. Search warrants were obtained for the Volkswagen Jetta and the residence, and evidence has been seized, primarily blood swab, clothing with and without blood, and a towel. Following consultation with the district attorney, Diana Luce, Ms. Alexis Avila was charged with attempted first-degree murder.
Thank you, Dee. Thank you.
Alternatively, abuse of a child, felony abuse of a child. Alexis Avila was arrested on a warrant and processed into the Hobbs City Jail at 5:15 p.m. January 8th, 2022, and she was released at 6:33 p.m. on January 8th, 2022. All appropriate paperwork has been filed with the district court, and we are currently awaiting the court to schedule a first appearance of arraignment. My sincere thanks and respect to the patrol officers, detectives, and EMS personnel who responded, rendered aid, and conducted an exemplary investigation in the face of an extremely difficult circumstance. These types of calls often stay with officers long after they are resolved, often for many, many years, sometimes forever. We want to additionally thank and express our gratitude to Mr. Green, Mr. Jasso, and Mrs. Nuttall, who found the infant and notified authorities, and Mr. Imbriali, who greatly assisted in the subsequent investigation. And lastly, just a reminder and notice to the public that HPD and HFD are designated, Hobbs Police Department, Hobbs Fire Department are designated safe haven sites as defined in the Safe Haven for Infants Act. A person may leave an infant with the staff of a safe haven site without being subjected to criminal prosecution for abandonment or abuse if the infant was born within 90 days of being left at the safe haven site, as determined within a reasonable degree of medical certainty and not left in a condition that would constitute abandonment or abuse of a child. We, the City of Hobbs, the Hobbs Police Department, and the Hobbs Fire Department remain committed to ensuring the safety of all infants in our community. So thank you for that, and at this time, I'll open up for questions. Yes, sir.
We've heard reports earlier today that Alexis Avila's house was actually attacked and fired at. We were wondering if you could confirm that information and if there are any steps that the police department are doing right now to protect her while she is out on the
We are maintaining close patrol on her residence. I'm not aware of any verified or confirmed reports that her house was fired upon or shot at. Yes, sir.
So what is next for this infant at this time? Are you assisting in ensuring that the infant is in proper care? Is there any close family or other avenues to get her into safekeeping in the future?
Sir, the baby's in the lawful custody of children, youth, and families at this point. She's in Lubbock. He is in Lubbock. He's in stable condition. And any other information I can't release due to confidentiality from CYFD, and because of he's a young child, baby. Yes, sir.
Have y'all, as you know, Hobbs Police Department, Hobbs Fire Department, have y'all experienced anything like this in the past? Anything remotely similar to this, previously at any point?
Well, I can't speak for everyone else here, sir, but I never have. I've spent my entire career in law enforcement. I've never seen a situation like this or encountered a situation like this. Yes, sir.
Do you know if the father has made any contact with the baby, and do you know what his rights would be in this situation?
No, sir, I don't. She has reportedly named him, and investigators are now trying to set up an interview with him, but at this time I have no other information on that.
Now, Athena, I don't think it was her car. I think it was her mom's car, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was her mom's car. I don't think she got a car. I think. Now, I could be wrong. I think. Because you heard earlier, they said something about somebody was sleeping in the car. She took the car and drove the car. So I think that's her mama's car, and she took the car while her mom was asleep and was riding around, I guess, until she found out what she gonna do with the child. If I'm saying that right, I think I am.
It looks like she only spent about an hour and 15 minutes in jail the day that she was arrested. Can you elaborate more on the circumstances that led to her release, how that was arranged, and when she may be taken back into custody?
Yes, sir. The officers secured a warrant. They consulted with the district attorney's office, got a warrant. At the time the warrant was signed by the judge signed a bond, $10,000 unsecured bond, appearance bond. And at that point, she was released about an hour later after being processed based on that direction from court. Yes, sir.
Speaking to community members, some have said that Alexis had a scholarship and that she was afraid of losing it if she had this child. Is there any truth behind those rumors?
Sir, I don't know. That's the first I've heard that. I don't know.
You touched on this a little bit at the end of your comments here about the police department being a safe haven and other options people may have. If you could summarize a
Right, Savage.
wider message
Right.
that you may want to communicate about this instance to the wider community, anything people may be able to take away from this if they may find themselves in similar circumstances in the future, what would that message be?
If you're struggling with a new infant and you're unable to take care of that infant or take care of that baby, the best response to that is to find somebody who can help you with that. And as designated safe haven, the police department or the fire department are willing to do that. And I would just recommend to anybody in those kind of circumstances to contact us and let us help them through that situation. Yes, sir.
Are you aware of any medical treatment that Alexis has received? I know giving birth is not always the easiest process. Is she in good health at this time?
I'm not aware of any medical treatment that's been given to Alexis.
He's unaware of any medical treatment that she got. And I'm like you, Dee, who was her doctor that she come to for pain and they didn't give her a pregnancy test, Again, I'm not a female, so I don't know. But I thought if you ladies come in, the doctor with stomach pain, I thought it was an automatic given that y'all would get a pregnancy test. I mean, I could be wrong. Y'all tell me, ladies. I'm not a lady, so I don't know. Y'all tell me. But I thought when y'all come in with stomach pains, it's a gimme, unless you got a choice. I don't know. It's a gimme that you get a pregnancy test because they may be the problem. I don't know. Y'all tell me. What up, Information Man Show? Peace, my brother. Peace. How you doing, my man?
Can we get any better idea of the timeline for the first appearance and arraignment? Any more details about what we can expect from that?
Sir, we were waiting to hear from the district court this afternoon about a appearance date, an arraignment date. I just checked with the district attorney right before this conference, and we have not heard yet, but we anticipate hearing something this afternoon, and as soon as we do, we'll put that out there. But right now, I don't have time.
Can you clarify something real quick? So it said that Miss Alexis Avila was charged.
Okay, Didi said certain time. Sam said she claims she found out she was pregnant when she first went in for stomach pain. Now Didi says certain type of meds they do a pregnancy test. Okay, Didi, well let me ask you this. If she was coming in for pain and wanting pain meds, isn't that an automatic though? That's what I'm asking. Isn't that an automatic if she coming and saying she got stomach pain it's an automatic that they give y'all a pregnancy test. You know, that's what I want to know. Well, Santa said it depends on the doctor. Well, what kind of doctor is that? Because I mean, that's what I thought it was automatic for you females, but y'all, like y'all telling me it depends on if this and that. Now, with that being said, let me ask the question, ladies. When you come in for stomach pain, or does this determine your doctor too? Do they ask you if you want to take a pregnancy test, or you have to take one? Let me ask that question again. If you go in for stomach pain, are they going to ask you to take a pregnancy test, or are they going to tell you you need to take one before they give you the medication?
Attempted first-degree murder or alternatively abuse of a child. Is it 2 charges or is it one?
Okay, somebody saying that all the time.
Let me defer to the.
Okay, hold on. Let me read. And I got to read these comments, so in case it happens to me, you know, I know what's going on. So in case if I have a girlfriend, if she having constructions in her stomach, I know what's going on. Knucking fucks. Oh Lord. You gotta tell what your name really saying. They say update me. Did the baby survive? Yes, the baby is alive. S. Hagen said, not all the time. Okay, not I said most times automatic. A thing to say, they always ask if you have any reason to believe you could be pregnant because so many machines and meds you can't use while pregnant. Okay. Stacy said yes, and then check possible STD. They would check her cooch. Okay. Hey, y'all see, I like how people coming out. I like to see how y'all females coming out. Yeah, this shit going up now. I can't even kill what the hell y'all saying now. E all around crime. What's going on? Ain't never heard you before, but welcome to the show. KPR said it's not mandatory. Okay, cool. Now also they asked you about your cycle. Sandra said they probably asked her when was her last cycle. Okay. Diddy say they asked you first, do you think you're pregnant, and it's on the forms. Okay. Elaine said no, they were asked if you're pregnant. Ronnie said, I'm just wondering what she thought about her growing stomach with something, a baby moving. Freaking crazy. Not only that, but I saw on TV she was bragging in school about being pregnant. Yeah, I was seeing Sandy putting a lot of stuff over there that it's more to this story. They said her friends ratted her out, or they said something about Sam, what you say? What they did again? They threatened to rat her out, or they was teasing her about that or something. So it is more to this story. And as a matter of fact, Sandy, all that stuff you saying about her friends ratting her out and stuff, send me that article real quick. I'd love to see all that, ma'am. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hey, Quenisha. Hey, dude. Hey, dude, Lord have mercy. Hey, boo, what's going on? Hey, Sarah Claire, what's going on? I think they said they probably felt her adamant and said, hey, let's do a test. Y'all so silly. Savage said so. Savage said not always. They would ask if you were pregnant, and we ask when your last cycle was. They don't always do a test. Oh, okay. Well, maybe they need to change that then, because so nothing like this won't happen again. Maybe they need to change that rule. KPR, I think the baby was 6 hours old. 6 hours old. They say the baby's in the trash can for 6 hours. Which again, like Elaine said, that's a blessing that the baby's still alive. You in a wrapped up plastic bag for 6 hours, and you still alive? Man, I'm not a religious person, but like some of y'all say, that ain't nothing but God. Amen. A lot of y'all say that ain't nothing but God. All right, let's continue.
The attorney to answer that. I think she's better versed to do that than I am.
Good afternoon.
Right, Rhonda. Her mom's defending her.
Alternatively, when the facts support both charges, attempted first-degree murder, willful and deliberate, was our first selection for charge. But
y'all heard that? The first charge was going to be first-degree murder. She scathed on this one. Wow.
Because this involves a minor child, And anytime
because it involves a minor child. Okay, then so I guess down there on Hobbs, if you do that to a child, that's gonna be the first thing they look like they're gonna go for is the death penalty. Young lady, look like you done scathed this one. Your butt got saved. Unless they gonna come back later and try to hit you with it, but for right now, your butt seems like it got saved for real.
you're alleging any kind of injury or danger to a child, there is the child abuse statute. So we alternatively pled the child abuse charge as second-degree felony. At the preliminary hearing, which will be held in district court at some point, that determination will be made as to what charges go forward.
Ooh-wee.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's alive. He's alive. The baby is alive, but that was she saying, something like they usually try to go for the death penalty, but I'm guessing that's why they didn't, because the child is alive. I don't know how Hobbs County work or whatever the hell goes on down there, but the fact she even said death penalty, I'm like, woo, she got by. She got by. And I'm just thinking about this now. Just think about this, guys, and I know it's sickening to think about this. What if nobody found that baby and the garbage truck came and took the garbage out? Just think about that. What if the garbage people, nobody found this child, nobody went dumpster diving, and the garbage people came and picked their garbage up? This child would have never existed. Do y'all hear how sick that is? This child would have never existed. So again, like y'all said, nothing but God that this child is alive. Just think about that. This baby would have never existed if the garbage can people would have came and got it. Man. Whew. Golly. Thank you, he was saved. Man. Right, Savage? Man. I just thought about that. What if they came and got their garbage can? That baby would have never existed.
Back to the Safe Haven Acts. Do you believe there's enough education about these safe havens across New Mexico? Obviously, Alexis didn't know anything about it, and so what would you do to make sure that people who are in these situations know about these safe havens and that we don't have this situation come up again?
And Stacy, that's probably what she was aiming for. That the baby won't be found and the garbage truck would have come picked it up. That's probably what she was aiming for.
Right. I can't speak to what's elsewhere in the state. I can tell you that we are in discussion about furthering that education of the public, and this was for lack of a better term, an opportune time to do that. And but we do plan on the future putting more information out about that program. And Senator Gallegos is in the back of the room, and he is an advocate for that program, and we are going to pursue that further.
I have another clarifying question on the prosecution side relating to these charges. If she were to be charged with both of these, either together or separately, and if she were to be found guilty of either of them, what kind of penalties does that carry?
Obviously, we would expect, we'd charge it alternatively, she could only be convicted of one of the two. A second-degree felony can carry normally up to, for the attempted second-degree murder, a second-degree felony when someone does not die would be 9 years, but when it involves a child, the penalties can be enhanced and be up to 15 years. So it will depend on what charge is bound over as to what the potential maximum sentence is, and then obviously at the resolution of the case, at a conviction, whatever that charge might be, that penalty at that time.
Okay, if there are no other questions, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here today. Unfortunate circumstance, but thank you for the travel, thank you for the time, and we will keep you updated and apprised of anything else that occurs in the future, and possibly another conference later this week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. As Chief Fons did share, there will be updates shared as we become aware of them. They will be released as we have through my email address at mmooney, MMOONEY@hobbsnm.org. And you can also contact me there for additional information, and we will do our best to keep you and the public aware of these updates. Thank you.
During her interview, she said she was not aware that she was pregnant until January the 6th, when she sought medical attention for stomach pain and constipation. She explained that on Friday, January the 7th, she was experiencing stomach pain and unexpectedly gave birth. And of course, she claimed that she panicked. Then she drove around until she saw the dumpsters. And they asked her, what did she think would have happened to the baby by leaving him in a plastic bag? They said she remained silent and could not answer. Her parents say they were completely unaware that their daughter was pregnant or had given birth. She was arrested and released the same day on a $10,000 bond. A date for initial appearance in court has not been set yet. Her mom said the ordeal has been a shock, but ultimately defended her daughter when approached by a reporter for the Daily Mail. How about that? How about that? Okay. We could do evil stuff, but when approached, we can't answer. Why do we do evil stuff? Because there is no answer for why we as people, do things like that. There is no answer. There's a lot of excuses, but there's no answers as to why we do things like this. And I'm saying we because we all people and we do stupid stuff, but I know a lot. I would like to think that a lot of us that's in this show right now weren't even thinking about doing no shit like this. I know I wouldn't. I love children too much to dump them in a damn trash bin. Okay? Because again, and I cannot stress this enough. You said the doctor told her she was in labor? Oh, okay. Well, the article you sent me, it really didn't talk about all that. But I probably can believe you, though. I believe you. That's why I say it's more to this that she's not letting out. That's why she got quiet. That's why I think she got quiet, because there's more to this story that she's not talking about, because it's probably going to hurt her real bad once she speaks more about this story. Okay? That's why she got quiet. Okay? And the only thing I'm going to give her, hey, Q, hey, babe, what's going on? The only thing I will give her, that I do believe she was scared. I do believe that. And she didn't know what to do. I do believe that. And the only reason I believe that, because this was a baby having a baby and she wasn't ready. This was a baby having a baby and she was not ready. I get all that. But to ride around to find somewhere to place the child, that's where you lose me at. To literally throw this child in a trash can, that's where you lose me at. And again, the mom can sit up there and say all that bullshit that she wants to, man. But even you have to say yourself that this is horrible. This is horrible. So while you out there talking about, everybody made mistakes, I agree with you. But some mistakes, we can avoid making them. That young lady knew she was doing wrong in what she did. Because if she wasn't doing anything wrong, she would have never did that. As a matter of fact, she would have came and told you. She would have came and talked to you. And not only that, if you really believe that your child didn't know she was pregnant, then I don't know what to tell you on that one. I just don't know what to tell you on that one. If I was a father, I wouldn't believe that story. You have to really convince me that you didn't know you was pregnant. You would really have to convince me that you did not know you was pregnant. Other than that, your story you telling me is bullshit. You knew. You knew. Now how she got it past y'all all this time, that's good. That's damn good how she got it past y'all. Y'all didn't know she was pregnant. That's damn good. I mean, unless she don't stay with y'all, but according to the story, so like she did stay with y'all, so I don't know how she got that past y'all, but she did. For y'all to claim y'all didn't know, unless y'all lying too, claiming you didn't know, but you really did know that baby was pregnant. All right. Sarah said it does happen. Well, okay. Well, like I said, I'm not a woman, so y'all say it does happen. I guess I take your word for it, but I don't know. I guess I'd have seen too much of this. It's kind of hard for me to believe that she didn't know she was pregnant until the day before she gave birth. But people in the chat room saying the doctor told her she was pregnant. And saying, as a matter of fact, do you have that article where they claim that the doctor told her that, or where did you see that at? Because you was the one that sent me this story. So what? Maybe you already sent it to me. Hold on, let me see. I would like to read if it's out there, or if there's a news article that actually says that the doctor told her she was pregnant. Oh yeah, Mary. Yeah, she was definitely in shock. I get that, in shock. But if the doctor told her she was pregnant, then there's no way you can get out of this. Sandy says she said it herself. Wow, amazing. 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 Well, Sandy, I would like for you to send me that. Where did you hear this at? I mean, is there something I'm missing? You got an article where she's saying that? I would like to see that my damn self. I would love to see that or hear her admitting that she knew she was pregnant. And if she did, then why the hell the mom defended her? No, I didn't get that, dear. I didn't get that. She said in the press I just played. Damn, I wish y'all could tell me the timestamp. I didn't. Hold on, saying now that last one you sent me, that didn't. Let me pull it up again. I don't remember seeing it up in there, but people saying he said in the conference. Okay, she's facing first-degree attempted murder and first-degree felony child abuse. Okay, she agreed to speak with the investigators during the interview. She said she was not aware she was pregnant until January the 6th. When she sought medical attention for stomach pain and constipation, she explained on Friday. She explained on Friday, January the 7th, she was experiencing stomach pain and unexpectedly gave birth. She further explained that she panicked and did not know what to do or who to call. She stated that she then cut the umbilical cord, wrapped the baby in a towel. I don't see anything here about the doctor. She telling people that she was pregnant. But I'm going to go back and listen to this conference because I see a couple you said he said it in the conference, so I must have missed that. I must have missed it. Don't know how, but shit, I must have missed that part. But I'll go back and listen to it. But in this article, it doesn't say. It just said she went to go see the doctor, and the next day she unexpectedly had she had a baby. So, again, a lot of y'all get this information before I do, so I'll take y'all word for it. I'll take y'all word for it. Okay? I'll take y'all word for it. All right, guys. We're going to get into the big shaboing boing here. We get into what Holmes said. Somebody said it's one of the first things he said. I know it. Okay, let me try to play this back. Let me try to play it again. I don't know how the hell I missed it, but I must did. Let me play it again.
This news press conference. As Megan said, my name is August Fonz. I currently serve as the interim chief for the Hobbs Police Department.
They put my headphones on.
Accompanied up front by the Hobbs Fire Chief, Mr. Barry Young, Hobbs Police Department Criminal Investigation Division Commander, Captain Chad Wright, the 5th Judicial District Attorney, Ms. Diana Luce, and Ms. Trish Garza from Children, Youth, and Families Department. I'd like to read a prepared statement to you with regard to this recovered infant, and then we'll take questions at the conclusion of this prepared statement. On Friday, January 7th, at approximately 7:45 p.m., Lee County Communications Authority received an emergency 911 call regarding an infant baby that had been found alive in a dumpster. They immediately dispatched Hobbs PD officers attached. The baby was taken from the female by a Hobbs officer, was given to EMS personnel, and was transported immediately to Covenant Health Hobbs Hospital. The baby was treated at Covenant Health Hobbs Hospital and later airlifted to medical facilities in Lubbock, Texas. The baby is currently in stable condition at Covenant Hospital in Lubbock, Texas. The New Mexico Children, Youth, and Families Department has been notified, and they are actively participating in this investigation. The two males and females located at the scene advised officers that they were going through the dumpster looking for anything of value when they heard what they thought was a baby crying. They thought it may have been a dog or a kitten, so they removed a black trash bag. They opened it and they saw that it was a human baby. The female removed the baby from the trash bag and held him, trying to keep him warm, while one of the male companions called 911. The male caller identified the baby as an infant male. The two males and the one female at the scene have been identified as Mr. Michael Green, Mr. Hector Jasso, and Mrs. April Nuttall. Their collective quick response to this emergency, including notification of 911, was absolutely pivotal in saving this baby's life. The Hobbs Police Department detectives responded to the scene and they contacted Mr. Joe Imbriali, who was the owner of Rig Outfitters, the store behind which the dumpster was located. Mr. Imbriali gave his full cooperation and assistance, which was also pivotal in this investigation. They searched through the store's video surveillance, which showed footage at approximately 2 p.m. of a white Volkswagen Jetta. The nature of the investigation and asked if Alexa would voluntarily meet with them at the police department. Mrs. Martha Avila, the mother, advised that Alexis agreed to meet with the detectives, and Mrs. Martha Avila drove her daughter to the Hobbs Police Department, where she, Alexis, met with investigators. Alexis was given her Miranda warnings and she did agree to speak with detectives. During the interview, she said she was not aware that she was pregnant until January 6, 2022, when she sought medical attention for abdominal pain and constipation. She explained that on Friday, January 7th, she was experiencing stomach pain and unexpectedly gave birth. She further explained that she panicked, did not know what to do or who to call. She stated that she then cut the umbilical cord, wrapped the baby in a towel, and placed the baby inside a white trash bag containing some trash, and then inside a larger black trash bag. She explained that
Okay, I think I know what the part y'all talking about when y'all said she went in for stomach pain and this, that, and the third. You know, I guess y'all saying that indicates that the doctor told her she was pregnant. You know, am I right? Is that what y'all talking about right there? You know, when she went in for stomach pain, the doctor allegedly, y'all saying that when she went in, the doctor told her she was pregnant. Is that what y'all saying? When she went in for a pain, the doctor had to tell her that she was pregnant. Is that what y'all talking about? Because I'm the type of person I do these shows, I would actually hear it, but you know, I guess that's what y'all saying right there. You know, when you heard that part, you know, when she went in for it, he had told her she was pregnant. Okay, Dominique said, yeah, that's what they talking about. Okay. All right, well, you know, hey. All right, cool. Well, y'all know me. I like to hear them say, she said the doctor told her she was pregnant. Okay, but okay, gotcha. And Sandy, that what you send me, it says I gotta register to read this, so I'm not gonna read this. I'm not gonna register for that shit. I'm not gonna register for not to read no one damn article. I'm not gonna register for that. All right. But anyway, guys, we're gonna end this show with this right here. What? No. I want to show y'all something real quick. Let me show y'all something real quick. How about that? How about that? Now, this supposed to be her, and I guess the guy who allegedly got her pregnant. You know, now this woman said this man was abusive. I don't know if he was or not, but I know right here in this picture she looked very happy with him. You know, but it doesn't mean he wasn't abusive. But that's the story she want to put out there now, that he was abusive. You know, she looked pretty happy to me. And it says right there that dad of Alexis Avila says family want custody. They want to get custody of this child. But then I saw one of y'all in the chat room say, if that is true that he was abusive, then maybe the child don't need to be with him either. I think that's a fair assessment, a fair judgment. I think that is. Okay. I saw one of y'all say, show her mercy. I'm gonna tell you how I look at that right there when you say that. I understand where you're coming from. I do. But if you flip that coin, I want you to think about this. I think, Mary, you the one that said it. If you flip that coin, I want you to think about this. Did she show that baby mercy? I want you to think about that. I get what you're saying. Show her mercy because she's young and she don't know. And I'm going to agree with you on that. I promise you I do. Because we was young, we did dumb things too. But we didn't do this. So I understand where you're coming from. But however, look on the other side of that coin and ask yourself, did she show that child mercy? Does she understand mercy? Who showed her not? I mean, I really don't know what you mean when you ask me that, because I think anybody will understand what showing mercy means, you know. So I really don't. I'm not understanding how you asking me that, you know. Yes, the baby was alive though. The baby is alive. I give you that as well though. But the intent, if you ask me, the intent sound like was to get rid of the child by any means necessary. We can't breathe with plastic on our face. All right? This child was wrapped up in a garbage bag for 6 hours, dear, in a dumpster. So I would say that, well, let me say it like this. If she understood what would have happened to that child if it died, then I think she do understand mercy. Let me put it like that. If she understood that placed that child in a trash bag trying to get rid of the child and knowing the possibility of the child could have died, then I think she understands mercy. I think so now. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think so. But thankfully, the child didn't die. But I don't think there's no reason to show her mercy because the child didn't die. That's horrible what she did. Yes, Mary, she was wrapped up in a plastic bag for 6 hours in a dumpster. 6 hours. Now, if she would have dropped it off at the fire station or police station, then I'll be with you 100%. Hey, okay, at least she dropped the baby off. You know what I'm saying? We'll show her a little mercy, okay? At least she did that. But the intent, what it sounds like to me, when you do somebody like that, your intent is to get rid of somebody or to get rid of something. When you throw something in the trash, what you doing? You're getting rid of it. Amen? When you throw something in the trash or somebody in the trash, what you trying to do? You're trying to get rid of it. When you wrap somebody up in the bag and throw them in the lake, what you trying to do? Get rid of it. You're getting rid of evidence. You're getting rid of it. When somebody puts cylinder blocks on somebody's leg, hoping they'll sink down to the bottom of the ocean, what are you trying to do? You're trying to get rid of them. It or them, however you want to put it. So that's why I say, me personally, if she had the mindset to do all that with the intent to get rid of the child, then I think she understands what mercy meant. You know? Oh, thank you, Luke, so however you say your name. That too, and the way she tossed that child in the garbage. The way she tossed it in the garbage makes it even worse. All right? But don't get me wrong, Mary. I get where you come from, and there's probably more people that think the same way. You know, hey, y'all show this child some mercy because she's a baby. She didn't know what to do. I get that. I agree with that. She didn't know what to do. I do believe she got scared. I do believe that. But no, she knew that's not the way to do it. That's not the way to do it. Oh, hey, Marianne, that's what we do over here. We discuss this stuff, we talk it out, and you have a disagreement, hey, we can talk about it. We can talk about it. Just like Didi said earlier, she said, a couple y'all said early in the chat room that it can be a possibility that she didn't. Something about the cycles or something, your cycles can be thrown off a little bit when you are pregnant, so things like that. I don't get mad because people think different. Now you come here just trying to be stupid, then that's different. But I mean, that was just legitimate. That's how you legitimately feel, and I can't knock you for that because I guaranteed you, when the show is over, probably more people gonna feel just like you. Hey, I feel that too. Maybe I should show this baby some mercy. Or maybe if her mama see this and she come in the comment section and probably say that, I don't care what you say, Chris. I don't care how you judge. We only worry about him up there, okay? We only worry about him, okay? So say all you want to say, okay? I still defend my baby. Everybody make mistakes, okay? And I would tell her mom, she come in the comment section, all right? You are entitled to feel how you feel because you're her mom. You don't want to look at her as a bad person. But ma'am, I would like for you to come on the show and explain this and explain all this and how y'all didn't know she was pregnant. So she come in with all that finger waving, I'm gonna do it right back at her. First of all, I don't believe nothing that you say, okay? Come on, all that finger waving, all that neck rolling, which I don't know where y'all women got that from. Y'all trying to tell somebody off, all that neck rolling, all that talk to the hand, and some shit they used to do, they go whatever the hell they're supposed to mean, y'all ladies just come up with so much stuff to try to get us told off, and the shit be funny to me. It should be funny to me. Y'all went from snapping the fingers, rolling the eyes, rolling the neck, waving the finger all over the place, talk to the hand. Y'all just come up with anything to tell us off. Y'all just come up with anything. So, all right now. All right. Laura London says she could be from a small town or have family that works at the fire station where they wouldn't respect privacy. Laws of town where they stay talking. Okay. Or the father is 16 years old. Right, Didi. First of all, that's another tool what y'all do too. First of all, okay. First of all, you don't know what you're talking about. Knowing damn well I know what I'm talking about, but you gotta make an argument though. First of all, you don't know what I'm talking about. You don't know what you're talking about, okay? All right. Second of all, I ain't got to explain nobody what the hell I'm doing, but you post all your business on social media. But then somebody asks you about it, I ain't got to explain shit to damn one of y'all, okay? I'm my own person. I'm a grown woman. Can't nobody, if my mom and daddy can't tell me what to do, can't damn grown man, no other woman tell me what to do. Boy, bye. It's funny sometimes when I see that. But it's not so funny when I see the young girls do that because I think they're just too hood. A young girl should not be doing that. And especially when they do it to a grown person because they do that stuff so much for their children, they start doing it to grown people. And that's where it gets out of hand right there because they mimicking what their mom is doing. You say something to these children, and I've seen it before. Even though the child may be playing, I don't think that's the way that they should be playing. Rolling their neck, finger waving and all that. No. That's not right. Because she's not grown. And whatever conversation that you're having in front of your child, she should not be hearing it. But again, you can't tell nobody how to raise their child. They say everything in front of their child. Bitch, holding everything. That the child starts repeating what they heard. Now, as men, we ain't better because we teach children how to cuss too, because we think that it's funny. But I don't think we go that far with it. Talk to the hand, boy, bye, and all that stuff. We might get them to say our favorite cuss word, shit. That's it. Or we'll try to leave it at that. And we don't try to push it too far. Because the young lady y'all saw on my community wall when I told you I saw her first steps that's graduating, I didn't teach her how to say shit. She picked it up because it was a show that me and her mom was watching, and she started picking that word up. I just encouraged it for her to say it. All right? It wasn't right, but I just kept encouraging her to say it. But to have your little baby girl doing all that, rolling her neck and pointing her finger and talking about something, first of all, and this is another thing too, y'all do. First of all, I did a story about a baby a long time ago where that little baby did that in their daycare. I gotta find that video, but she was at the daycare and the teacher was filming her, and this girl was this little girl was just ratchet. And I think that video went viral. Y'all might know what I'm talking about. Y'all might know the video that I'm talking about. That little black girl, cute as all outside. But the teacher was filming her, egging her on, and the girl was just cutting up. She was just cutting up in that video. Doing all this and that. Then she said, let me tell you something. The teacher said, you ain't gonna tell me nothing. No, let me tell you something. A little girl did this in daycare. Let me tell you something. Y'all probably seen that video. Let me tell you something. I said, wow. I said, wow. So, Stacey, you know the video that I'm talking about then. You know the video that I'm talking about. It's on my timeline somewhere. You got to go deep and search for it. But that little girl was cutting up in that daycare, talking back to that woman. She was cutting up. So, ladies, y'all stop talking like that in front of y'all babies, okay? Stop talking like that in front of your babies. That's not cool. That is not cool. That is not cool at all. And Lane, you was around when I showed that video. Yep, you was around when I somebody said put the link. I gotta find that link. I got over 1,000 some videos on my channel. I gotta find that link. But it shouldn't be hard to find. Just look up the baby at the daycare. I don't know exactly what the video is called, but just look up the baby at the daycare and you'll see it. I mean, she cutting up. And the teachers, and one part, the teacher said something to her. She said, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. Had the neck rolling, head up, doing all like this. I said, I was laughing when I did the live show, and people were saying, that's not funny. I don't give a damn. That shit was funny to me. But that doesn't mean I condone it, though. But that little girl was cutting up, though. She was cutting the fuck up, talking to that lady like that. She was. So, Diddy, you know what I'm talking about then? You know that video I'm talking about then? That little girl was cutting up. She was cutting up. So, I don't know if that teacher was related to that girl and she was just recording her, or was she recording her to egg on her behavior, or was she recording her to show her mom, this is how your child act in my class. And let alone the baby was in timeout. So I think they made it even worse because she knew she was in timeout and she started cutting up. Okay? So again, if I had a daughter and she came to me with that, Dad, talk to the hand. You can't tell me nothing, okay? You can't tell me nothing, Dad. Screw, talk to the hand. Oh, talk to the hand? I got something you can talk to. We're going to talk to Mr. Belt. How about that? We're going to talk to Mr. Belt. Wave that hand one more time. Wave that finger one more time. Watch you finna meet Mr. Belt. Hey, Q, I know you had a door. I know you weren't going because you put your son in his place when you thought he was getting rough with you. When you was showing that video about Amari in that hotel, when you thought he got riding with you, you put him in place on the video. I remember that. I thought you were being a little too hard on because I don't think he meant it like that. You know, he was just excited. He was helping you doing the video, but you said you said make sure you get up. I got it. You got quiet. Apologize now for your tone. He like, I'm sorry. Okay. Y'all ready right to doing that video. I thought you were being too hard on him, but again, I think you did right though. Let him know, hey, watch your tone, man. Watch your tone. Hey, Maronda. I don't know how to say your name, but you come here quite a few times. You said smack that finger straight into your own eyeball. Talk to Right, Marion. Yeah, Steve Wicko had my teenage daughter. Had my teenage daughter before I put my foot up her ass. Had my teenage daughter. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Indeed. All right. All right, guys. I'm going to end this show with this video right here. It is gut wrenching, so you can't take it. But y'all start watching right now. But this is the actual video of Miss Alexis throwing her child in a dumpster. Wow. Wow. That's heartbreaking and disgusting. That is so disgusting. Wow. Wow. This is sad. Real sad. Wow, look at that. Y'all see the blood on the towel and everything. It looked like he telling her to get in the truck. Mm. Right, beautiful chaos. Thank you. Absolutely. All right, and I'm gonna stop right there because I think we get the gist of what happened here, and that is courtesy of Law and Crime. Okay, that is their content, not mine. Law and Crime. And again, thank you for them people. They was around to find that baby. Okay, thank you. They was around. All right, guys. I want to search something for y'all. Here's where we're gonna end it. Remember the baby I was talking about? This the baby right here.
Now,
well, you in timeout.
Look, my bracelet came off.
I'll put it back on. You in timeout.
It's no excuse.
Don't say you supposed to be back in timeout. I didn't say get out. You and Jayla in timeout.
Well, let me tell you this, Linda.
My name ain't Linda. So you sit right there in timeout, bad little girl.
No, let me tell you something.
No, don't tell me.
If I wasn't here, I would surely take a day off from you and then a day off from these kids. I'm around the classroom. I'm just done with you.
I'm done with you too, but you in timeout.
Oh, let me tell you something, honey. This is not gonna leave.
You're gonna be in timeout?
Oh.
That's why you in timeout right now.
I think so.
I think so.
Well, when I get up out of town and go to bed, I will be glad to go home and enjoy the rest of my life. And I completely quit school because all of you.
Honey latte.
Attitude. Makes you think how she act that. Well, this video is old, but it makes you think at that time, how does she act at home? How does she act at home? And where did she get that from? Athena, I promise you, looking at it, I'm trying not to laugh, but when I did it the first time, I laughed my ass. I ain't gonna even lie, but I'm trying not to laugh right then. I mean, it's funny to me and it's cute, but it's a bad example. So back then, that little girl acted like that in daycare. You could just imagine how she acted at home. Or you could just imagine some of the things that not only her mom, but maybe her mom girlfriends used to get around her and say around her and maybe encourage her to say some of the things that she's saying, you know? So I found it for y'all and I let y'all hear it. And that's real. And that's real. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. It's your man, Chris Thorns. Y'all take care of yourself and each other. And ladies, please, please, please encourage your young ones. Encourage your young ones, okay? Especially with situations like this. Encourage your young ones, for every action, there's an opposite reaction. Let me say it again. For every action, there's an opposite reaction. Please teach your young ones that. Not only the young girls, but the young men as well. Y'all please teach them that. All right, y'all take care. Peace out.